Welcome to another episode on our channel. I had a good day on eBay a few days ago. I picked up a gas mask that was exceptionally weathered, but what I really liked about this particular gas mask was that it had writing on it and a number you could choose from 00 or 02. I don't know why those two numbers, but I picked 02. And I thought, I have a bunch of gas masks. Let me see if I can weather them and kind of get close to this as best as I can. And then I thought, well, first let me capitalize on another eBay find. I haven't seen something like this in a long time. I hope we're going back to this where you can buy lots on eBay, like weapon lots. The other day I found a weapon lot of like 20 rifles, assault weapons, so forth, for $20 and a nominal shipping handling fee, and I scarfed that baby up. And I didn't like all the weapons out of the 20, but there are like 12 I did like, and I decided I would try to weather like this and add numbers to it, letters and that sort of thing to kind of get close to this genre. Out of the 12 weapons I weathered, 3 of them are identical to weapons I weathered. So I'm just going to show you 9 of them. I'm not going to really say too much about them, just show them to you. And so my husband will get a close-up and we'll get a close-up of this first. And then I'll bring each weapon in and show you what happened with the weathering. Just so you know, when you weather something, you really should have a Q-tip that is very tightly weaved around the end. If it's too loose, you won't be able to get details. And what you want to do is take metallic silver paint and fill in different pieces of the metal parts of the weapon, supposedly metal, really plastic, so that it really looks weathered. And I added onto my weapons letters and numbers. So anyway, so we'll pause, get a close-up so you can see this mask and how cool it looks, and then I'll bring in each unique weapon one by one and show it to you from side to side on the turn tray. We won't go all the way around. It's weathered on both sides, but you'll just see the main section that has the letters and the numbers on it. So we will be right back. So here's the gas mask, and we'll just go side to side. I just love this weathered look that I saw. I think the brand might be called Waste Soil. Never heard of it before, but I thought their things were really neat looking. So this is the gas mask. Mind you, I haven't weathered any gas masks, but I'm going to show you some weapons that I did weather. So we'll pause and be right back with the first weapon. So here's the first weapon. It does fold out like this. Of course, folds back in. I put some letters and numbers here. And of course, did my best to weather it. We'll just kind of go around real quick. I don't know what it is, but it is, to me, it's cool looking. I do think, though, adding some numbers and letters, I don't know, it just makes it pop a bit more. The the magazine doesn't come out on this one, but on some of the other weapons it does. So whatever this is, I don't know what it is, but it is cool looking. So that's the first weapon. We'll move on to weapon number 2 now. So this is the second weapon that was in the set. This thing can be pulled out to give a little more, you know, so you could put it into your shoulder and steady it a bit, but it's hard to get back in, so I'm not going to pull it all the way out. The magazine does pull out on this one. My husband thinks it's a Russian machine gun from World War II. So it has a wooden barrel look and this awesome magazine, and it's just cool looking. So I guess I'll show you both sides. Might as well. It won't take that much longer to do that. But again, I just think just adding something here, and I'm thinking about even adding, something around like tape around the magazine on some of these to give it I don't know, just another touch that makes it a little more interesting. That does come out, and now it's working fine, but sometimes it gets stuck. So we'll move on to the third weapon now. So this is one of my favorites. It's the MP5. I put the numbers or number and letters here. The magazine does come out. Goes back in, and the end does pull out for more distance and more control. It is, I think it's adorable. I don't know if you can call guns or weapons adorable, but it's cute. It's so compact. It's just absolutely cute. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but that's just me. All right. So that's our third weapon. We'll pause now and get the fourth one out. So this is a 9mm version on an AR platform. It does extend out like this. I put the letters and numbers here. The magazine does come out. It's back in very easily. I just happen to think this is adorable as well. I'm crazy, I know. I love spiders, jumping spiders. I do like weapons. I'm vegetarian, moving in the direction of vegan. I wouldn't ever shoot an animal unless it was attacking one of my animals. But yeah, but I do like weapons. All right. So this is absolutely, I think, adorable. So, all right. There you go. So this is a short-barreled AR. I think it's adorable as well. I have several favorites in here. It does extend out. I think the magazine doesn't come out. All right. And I did put the letters and number here. It does have a sling. It was almost all of these weapons that I got in this lot didn't have slings, and I have elastic that I use on these occasions, so I just repaired them, put a sling on them. But again, to me, it's adorable. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. So this is an M16A1. This was the weapon that my husband was issued during his basic training. And I don't think that comes out. It does not. It didn't have a sling. I put one on. I don't like the triangle piece. He didn't like the weapon because it had a lot of use obviously, and probably diminish the accuracy, unless I'm the better shot. Anyway, there we go. So, yeah, we'll move on to the next M16 weapon. So this is the M16A2, and again, letters and number there. It's been weathered. This one doesn't come out either, the magazine, but I had fun weathering it, put the sling on it. Now, in my basic training, they did give us a weapon. I think it was this. It might have been, yeah, I think it was this. They wouldn't give us any bullets. I was medical services course, so all we had to do with this thing was learn how to take it apart and put it together. I wouldn't know how to do it today, to be honest. I wish I could have shot it. They only let us shoot 1911, so doggone it. And only once during basic training. Yeah. Anyway, it's a cool weapon. We'll go on to the next one now. So this is the M16A1, which my husband had in basic training, but it has an M203 grenade launcher here, which is what he had in the 101st Airborne. So it's cool looking, not as cute as the other ones. he just rolled his eyes at me. Okay. Well, I'm just being honest. It's not as cute. Not because of the weathering. It's just, to me, it's not as cute. No, that doesn't come out. All right. So, and I put the letters and numbers here. Again, it's supposed to be for my post-apocalyptic series. So we'll go on to the last one now. We'll be right back. So I have no idea what this is. My husband has no idea what it is. It may be a fantasy weapon. It may be a real weapon, but we don't know what it is. But I do think this one is cute. So it's one of the larger ones that I did like. Has a nice scope on it. This does come out. It's not the right magazine for it. Should have like a 30 mag thing going on instead of a 20. You have the letters and number over here. It has like a silencer thing going on. I don't know what it is, but I think it's cool looking. I put the sling on it. Yep. This is the best side, since it has the numbers or the number and the letters on it. So, yeah, so that's the last one. All right, we'll pause now. So we are back, and here are the 9 weapons I've shown you with the gas mask that got me started on this journey, finding a bunch of weapons that most of them I liked. Of course, my favorite is the MP5. And I do call it adorable. My husband thinks it's funny, but I like this one. Probably my next favorite one is this 9mm version AR platform. I think this one's cool looking too. I really do think the letters and number make things stand out so much more nicely. And this is just a shortened AR levitt too. Sling on it. And the sling is just elastic, of course. You can get it in a roll like this, elastic. This doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. You can see the elastic, right? I know I'm being silly, but I wanted you to see it. If you're going to weatherize something, make sure you've got a really tightly weaved Q-tip. And when you put it in the metallic silver, dab it off on something, because you don't want to glob paint onto the parts that you're weathering. The only thing, that can be a problem is if you overdo the weathering. I think you can underdo it and still be okay. It can be subtle, or it can stand out a bit more. But if you really overdo it, it won't even look like it's weathered. So my next challenge is to take the gas mask that I have and see if I can kind of get close to something like this. Because I really, really want to have this kind of look with my post-apocalyptic figures. So anyway, well, that was a journey. Keep your eyes open for lots. Right now, I am beginning to see lots like I used to see, a few years ago. People are still asking for crazy money, 20 weapons, $75. I don't touch those things with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. But this was like 20 weapons, $20. And a lot of different ones. Some I didn't like, true, but those I can barter away. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.